Well, here we go again. You know, it's one thing when when we have, let's say, COVID. You know, it was supposed to be such a real thing, right? And then they said there was no evictions or anything done, but yet I was evicted, right? And after living in a place for 3 years, the only thing that I was really guilty of was putting it on the city for stealing my dad's will, right? Harry Viner, right? And I explained how they did it from the time when I squatted on the property to all the stuff. And I explained it. So basically, and then one night, I'm living at this place I've been at for 3 years, and there's a fire going on. Somebody started my fence on fire. And that was the initial start of the eviction. Now, I'm not making this stuff up because when we went through the process, because of COVID, they had these, it wasn't a normal eviction like before. I went one time, I was taken to, it went to Court of Queen's Bench, and that's how you had to go about it. But they had these special allowances because of COVID, right? Well, they had this special board, and even though there was so much stuff like the RCMP burning my fence, because I know it was them, because why would they show up pretending to be the Medicine Fire Department with a truck that was from the 1950s? It was like old, grind. The guy didn't even know how to drive a fucking truck. And they come down, they go to, and they don't even have uniforms on. They don't have, they have coveralls on. They don't even match. Like it was definitely a undercover unit. They were. And all their reason was they wanted to report this to my landlord and start the process rolling. And if you think that's not happening, well, in order to fight this eviction that they drummed up against me, um, I had to present all my evidence, and you'll notice I've got the whole thing taped. It's on here. I've got copies of it. I got lots of copies of it this time because they were just disappearing. And you think that's strange? Somebody comes in and hacks your stuff. Well, listen to this. I submitted all this stuff to the proper authorities so that I could present my evidence at the actual hearing, but they never got it. Right? They said it never came. Right? And now, like, then they have this bogus hearing that has no, I don't even believe they had the authority to hear the matters because they were all outside the procedural bounds. And I said so, but they bulldozed it. You'll hear it, just listen to it. And they just went ahead and ignored everything I had to say. They had the decision made up. They were getting me out of there. They had no legal cause to do it, but they did it anyways. And you see, because I hadn't submitted, or they said I hadn't submitted it to the board, then I couldn't present any of that evidence. So I'm going into the court with my hands tied, both behind my back, right? And the way it was done, I complained and whatever, but um, they on deaf ears, right? Even when I went to appeal it, I would go to put something to submit it, and it would just disappear, like somebody was controlling the net or the web, whatever, basically shadowing what I do, right? And so they came. I got 5 days to get. I lived there 3.5 years, and it should have normal procedure would have been 30 days, but nothing was normal about this. Nothing was legal about this. So, anyways, they come with this. Sheriff comes with this order, and I didn't even know if it was really a sheriff because there was so much strange stuff. So I slammed the door, and he pretended I hit him or hurt him, and they called the cops and they arrested me. See, now they came to my door, which was 2469 9th Street, right? Now, in reality, the whole court meeting was set up for 469 9th Street, a house. That's not where I lived. I lived on the addition to the house, the suite that was built on. Actually, it was an illegal suite, and they overlooked that, and they overlooked the fact that they got paid after I was evicted. Like, how any of this is right, right? But now I have new evidence that's from their disclosure that proves that they received it because it's all been redacted. This one here was from Matthew Yen. You see, that was part of my evidence from the last one. And then Angel Stanquist, see, and Damien Palvic. All these stuff that's redacted was the stuff I submitted, that they said they never received. Yes, they received them. They received them. Belinda, Tracy Belinda Litchfield. Yeah. Um, and the victim, his stuff is redacted. Like, how? You see, like, they basically, they, they are making up this stuff up as they go along. Everything about this is designed to cover up what's really going on. That these people are scared at them being exposed for the fraudulent acts of throwing Dad's will out, and the fact that in reality, that will gives me ownership to everything. And I think that everybody that's pretending to follow the law now should be held accountable. They should be able to be sued for the maximum. Now, I figure $1 billion, 40 years interest. And I want to sue every one of these people with that amount so that they can spend the rest of their lives thinking about what they did. Now, I want to sue the government that. I want to sue federal government, provincial government. I want to sue everybody that's involved. Jack Austin, the senator that used the clout of the Canadian government and Senate to pass a fraudulent act of stealing my dad's will and making, and then even the trial that had a hair sample that completely proved I was guilty of an armed robbery, they couldn't use because in order to use that, they would have to admit the paternal match to my father. So they knew, everybody knew everything. And yet, they're still pretending that I'm the problem. Well, I'm the solution. They're just a lawsuit in the process, is all they are. And I don't care if you're a judge. I don't care if you're on the jury. You're going to be paying money to me for these abortions to what we call law. And if you think I'm going to go into a court that is run at all by this internet, you can dream on, because that's not fair and that is not impartial and it is manipulated. So you have a great day. And I'll have a great day, and we'll all have a great day. And as soon as I can find a right button, I will turn this off and get out of your face and post it.